now available for a limited time at Krispy Kreme Donuts in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme Donuts since 1937, where you get them hot.
WVLQ Point St. Joe, WGSX. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub. I'm full of water. I stay hot tub. Hot. Stay hot.
Do that before the show.
I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot.
Should do that before the show.
Yeah. Second hot tub.
Yeah.
Really make me sweat.
Now he's upset.
Really make me wet.
He's pouting.
And welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida on some sad news.
I got something that'll make you
Shut up. On some sad news, I really love this football player, Rudy Johnson from Auburn. 45 years old, passed away, and I haven't looked into what all happened. Jamie called me last night and said, "You hear about him dying?" I said, "No." I remember when he played Auburn, he was a heck of a player. Yeah. I think he was a fourth-round draft pick, only 45 years old, passes away. That's not good, man. I think he played for Coach Dye. I think he was running back for Coach Dye when Bud was there. I love Bud. Bud Casey, running back coach there.
So take this for what it's worth. According to CNN Sports, it says died according to the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. He was 45 years old. Exact circumstances not disclosed. However, after the preliminary investigation, the detective said all indications are leading to suicide with no foul play suspected.
Wow.
So,
some of that leads to the headache.
The head injuries. Yeah. We'll find out about, we'll let you guys know.
It's got to be a really difficult thing in general, to consider that everything that you've ever dreamed in your entire, idea of what you want to be in life is over by 30.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be hard to adjust from, coming out of that.
It's that's sad. 45 years old, gone. What a player. I know you Auburn Tigers remember how great player he was for you guys. Other kind of news going on. Dundee is out at Oklahoma State. We just got through talking about this yesterday with Jason Kovaleski. Like, who's going to be the first one to go? And we don't know. We didn't know. Well, now we do. They let him go to a press conference on Monday. They let him go through all that. And that tells me after that they wanted to meet with him, and he probably lost his cool. And they said, "Okay, let's just do it now and go our separate ways." I think that's what happened. I could be wrong. In 2024, Gundy at Oklahoma State went 3-9. Right now, he's 2-1. Got embarrassed by Tulsa and got destroyed by Oregon in his 2 losses. He is gone. His buyout was around $15 million. Not bad compared to most other buyouts. He had 3.5 years left on his contract. He took $1 million cut. Remember last year? And you remember we talked about this? I don't know if it was with you two guys or somebody. We talked about this. He had worn a political shirt.
Yeah, that was a while back.
He took it off and kind of backstepped it to keep everybody happy.
Players.
Yeah.
It was at the time players were being very empowered to speak out, and they really kind of went after it, and he backed out. And I think he was a little worried about recruiting with it at the time. And
one name already been mentioned is Tulane's head coach. What's his name?
Summerall.
John Summerall, I think.
I don't know. There's a lot of people who think he might end up in Lexington.
35-10 record at Tulane. He also coached at Troy. Lexington, Kentucky?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there's been a lot of talk that he's been kind of holding out for the hopes that job would come open, so we'll see. He's a good coach.
Wildcat, we got something?
Yeah, we got Mike on line 1, if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do Mike. I love Mike. Good Mike. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just spending a hump day having my Miller High Life in the morning. How are you doing?
I'm sitting here with your favorite person. Eugene's here.
I know.
Oh, wait, I got to show him something. Brian, move over. Look at that, Glenn, just for you. Did you see that? Did you see it? I did that. I made that up. I put it there.
Yeah, I know.
As far as you know.
Hey,
He said he's going to do that every Wednesday.
You coaches, I don't get to call on Wednesday much because I do veteran stuff, and but today, anyway, I don't want to make it about me. I don't make it like some pine bone call. Let's talk about Gundy. All right, they let him do the press conference, his TV show and everything, and they went to him and said, will you retire at the end of the year? And he just said, Foxtrot uniform to put it up, and he said, I'll just go to the house now, and you can arrange that $15 million buyout.
Yeah.
And apparently it's going to be over, a few years. Yeah. I don't know what happened after. I guess T. Boone Pickens has been dead for a minute, but he beat Oklahoma 4 times in 21 years or 17 or however long he was there. But it was just he was a tackle away from being in the playoffs a few years ago.
Yeah, and but Bama won it that year. I remember that. Yeah.
What? Wait, who won it?
Bama won it the year. He was upset when he didn't
bring that up, didn't you?
Yeah, well, if
you do that
Bama
every time, don't you, James? Coach James.
Bama won it. Yeah, Saban was the coach.
Okay, yes. Thank you. Okay, all right, thank you.
We're talking national championship, by the way.
I understand.
Okay, go ahead.
How many times have y'all played at Columbus, Ohio, not Georgia?
We've
0.
No, yeah, we've only beaten him every time but one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever.
What was Tennessee's score when they went up to Columbus? What was that score?
40-14, something like that. I remember stuff like that. I'm not ashamed to own my football team, to paraphrase somewhere in the Gospels. No, in the epistles. I'm not ashamed to own my Tennessee team. But that's what I want to talk about this week. Why Tennessee's pulling for Georgia? Why are we pulling for Georgia?
Because they're playing Alabama.
Yeah, they're playing Alabama. Makes their loss to Georgia look better.
It does, actually. And I'm hoping that Tennessee gets a 40th anniversary visit to Miami in the first round of the playoffs. Now, I am concerned because, first off, we got to beat Brian's team this week.
That's right. It's Tennessee Hate Week Part 1.
Hey, watch out, baby. You better watch out.
Exactly. And we're going on a string of teams where we have to play with red helmets. I don't know if you know the history of Tennessee with red helmeted teams. It's not good.
Mm-hmm. Roll Tide.
You don't have to say that. Please. I mean, that's like Manly talking about the East Eagles, man.
They got beat Friday.
Well, who beat them, Coach?
Springfield, Coach Wilson.
Oh, that's your other favorite team, the Yellow Jackets. We won't go there. Yeah. Anyway, I saw them. I've seen the Yellow Jackets get a butt stomping when I was a kid from NBA, which a lot of people did.
Duh.
Yeah. Anyway, that's too provincial. Let's don't go there. But I'm just having a great day here in North Carolina, where it's almost like Florida. We got a beach on one side of the state, and we got the mountains on the other side. And I had some seafood that was almost as good as Florida, but not the other day. And it just isn't. But I really wanted to say something to Brian. Mm-hmm. Do you think Mississippi State can beat Tennessee?
Can? Yes. Will they? I don't love the matchup, be honest with you.
Well, let's talk about another red hat matchup. How about Arkansas versus Notre Dame, our orphan, non-conference belonging, whatever. Who can win that game?
Nothing make me happier on earth to see Notre Dame 0-3. It just would make me happy. I'm a hater.
They'll still be in the playoffs. They'll still be.
Has there ever been an 0-2 team? Listen, I don't want to cause Catholic Protestant troubles.
Yes, they've been 6 other teams that were 0-2 beginning of the year and been ranked. There were 6 in the history of college football.
And who were they? Notre Dame?
Auburn was actually one of them. Yeah. Auburn was one of them. I got it somewhere. I have to go back in my notes and look.
Yeah, let me one last thing about Tennessee. We got to play Mississippi State, the Red Hat role. We got to play Mississippi State, Arkansas, Alabama, and Oklahoma between now and November, with Kentucky somewhere in between.
That's now, one cupcake.
We can run.
Oh boy,
you're right. And by the way, Summerall is the leading candidate for every opening. They wanted him at North Carolina. Bubba Cunningham, that's a great last name, by the way. I don't know if you know that. Anyway, Bubba Cunningham wanted him at North Carolina, but they chose Mumbles Belichick. Anyway, y'all have a great day on the world's most beautiful beach. One word, beach. Up beaches. Bye.
Thank you, buddy. All right, speaking of local, got to see my beautiful local granddaughters last night. I hadn't seen them in a week. Missed them, Lorelai and Layton and Johnny. We had a great time. Glenn, do you got anything you want to share with us this morning?
I was, but it's too late. No, I got
Never too late.
All right, listen, first off, Bay High baseball team's going to have their third annual golf tournament next Friday. It will be at the
Coach
Legacy,
Hudson,
which is former Holiday. It is $500 a team. It's $125 for a sign. We need some sign-ups. And also, it will be catered by Beef O'Brady's.
Where's it being played at?
At the Legacy. 7 o'clock check-in, 8 o'clock shotgun start. If you need some more information, it's on the website, the Bay High website. But also call Kim at 850-272-9358. She will take care of you. So, all right. And then we'll get into some local football. Bay plays tomorrow night. They play the first district game against Pensacola at Tommy Aller. Starts at 7. On Friday, Arnold goes to Choctaw. Arnold hosts Choctaw.
Yeah.
Bozeman goes to Port St. Joe. Mosley will host Milton. The Rutherfords at Mariana, Weewah versus Cottondale. And now Sneads is at Liberty County. Bluntstown versus W.S. Neal. Now, W.S.
Neal's good.
The real deal, right? Is that Bruton, Alabama, I think?
Yeah, it's up there north of Mobile. They were always good.
Franklin County hosts Gracefield. Freeport hosts, Pensacola Catholic. But Freeport's on a roll, so good for them. South Walton versus Walton. And Chipley is at Holmes County, and North Behaven is open next week. So that's all's going on. I couldn't find any volleyball scores from last night, so you people need to turn them in so we can find out what they are.
So Bay's got a game
Thursday at
tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Arnold hosts Choctaw. What about Mosley?
Mosley hosts Milton. I'm sure that'll be at Tommy Oliver on Friday.
Yeah, so we got some good high school football games ready to be played. Go back to Bay's baseball. Let's help out Coach Hudson as much as we can. If you guys don't want to play, I just don't want to play golf. Just go by the school or get the money to us. Right. We'll make sure Coach Hudson gets it. Give some money.
Right. Could be a great thing. So, help support these guys. So anyway, that's what's going on locally. And, volleyball's getting close to the end where they're going to start setting up. I looked through some things on the FHSA website where the records are right now. If they had the playoffs right now, Bay would be number 3 in their area. I think Mosley would be number 5 or 6. Believe it or not, Madison County's number 7 in their region.
Where would we be? Where would Arnold be?
Arnold is not listed.
You had everybody else, but you live out Arnold.
They're not listed. They're not.
Can I list them? Can I put them in there?
Wherever you want, Coach.
There, we got them at number 4.
Okay. You put them wherever you want. I'm not in charge.
Thank you for listening to CNN.
Hey, is anybody else listed? Is Bozeman?
Bozeman is listed. I think Bozeman is 6. I believe I'd have to, I didn't write all it down, but, those are all in there.
What's that mean, Lit? They got a shot?
They'll be in, the way it's stacked up now, they would be in the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah, and they do it differently now, so they change it.
What's really funny is Bay is number 3, West Florida is number 4, according to what it is right now. In 2 weeks, we play West Florida, so that'll change. So, but it's just what's happening right now the first 5 weeks.
Let me ask you this. If they're 3, that means they're host. It's not. Okay.
It's 1 through 8. You're in.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 through 8. You're in.
1 through 8. You're in.
How do you know if you host? What do you got to be? 1 through 4.
1 through 4. Yeah.
Okay, and Bay would be hosting.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
They should have hosted. When you win a district championship, you should host.
What's really funny is it's not funny. It's the way the FHSA works. They don't know anything about Northwest Florida.
I don't know if we have time to get in this later or not, but I'll throw it out real quick. The way Auburn was handled, Karma, Oklahoma, I shouldn't say that, was wrong. Oklahoma's quarterback, how do you say his name?
Mateer
has some surgery on his throwing hand. He's going to be out for several weeks. They did beat Auburn 24-17, them and the officials. So he got hurt in the game, and they had to have surgery. So that's going to affect them. That's hard to... Next couple, I don't know what their next couple. I know Texas is coming up, so I don't know if they'll have him back for Texas or not. So that's a big blow for Oklahoma. All right, we get back. You got Coach Brown. Bay High School Day Huge game tomorrow night at Tommy Oliver.
You know, Mike on the Mississippi State does not have red helmets. They have maroon.
And they got silver and they got black.
That's
and
right. But,
white.
you know, when he said red, you know, he was thinking East Eye.
You heard what he's been drinking this morning.
Well, he was earlier.
He might think they're going to bloody us this weekend. Who knows?
He was you know. Maybe
certain people have habits drinking in the morning. I'm not going to mention who.
That's right.
Anyway, all right. Today we're here today. 2 great restaurants, 2 great locations. If you're in Lynn Haven, there's no doubt you're going to get the Beef O'Brady's at Lynn Haven. Beef O'Brady's at Lynn Haven today. 10 wings inside for $9.99. The city commissioner over there, Pat Prino, does an incredible job for the city of Lynn Haven. His restaurant is also incredible. If you got a big party going on, you can order up as many wings as you want. Pat will make them up, come by and pick them up, take them home, have a party. Better yet, go eat there, watch all the NFL games, college football, you name it, right there. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Mosley Dolphins before the game Friday. Have your little pep rally at Beef O'Brady's. Go have your pregame meal. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Lynn Haven. Lynn Haven.
Lynn Haven.
And if you're on beautiful Panama City's beach today, there's only one place to go. That is the legendary J. Michael's restaurant. It will be packed out like every Wednesday. Guess who took my table the other day? Somebody had enough guts to sit on our table.
Wow.
You know who it was? I was mad till I got up and saw who it was.
Who was it?
Jimmy.
No.
I said, okay, we'll let you do it.
That's right, yeah.
You got it. Anyway, today, world famous J. Michael spaghetti for lunch and dinner. The only day he does it. The special sauce is incredible. You would really, really love it. But if you just want steak, seafood, pork chops, and other great food, it's right there at the legendary J. Michael's restaurant. Now, we're already going to go over to Lynn Haven and have that great meal at Beef O'Brady's Wildcat. Yeah. We might as well go see Russ and Amber and get us some nice. I need to get Glenn something special.
Christmas is just around the corner, as a matter of fact. And so you need to, if you're going to design something, you want it created, now's the time to do it. Or just go and hang out and check out all their new inventory for the Christmas season. Get a free jewelry inspection, get a free jewelry cleaning, all that and more at 830 Highway 77 in Lynn Haven. David Adamson, Designer Jewelry.
I love them. Russ, go 49ers. We'll be right back with a state championship football coach, Coach Jeremy Brown. Can he do it again? Does he get another state championship this year?
We hope so.
They got a chance.
There's only one in this county.
We're right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's Wednesday. It's Manly Day. That means it's Bay High. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Dan Patrick Show. And now I think you get a pretty good idea of how good your team is. 3 games in. Now, I don't know about the Texans. I'm watching and I'm thinking that defense is one of the top 3 defenses in the NFL. They're 0-3, and C.J. Stroud. Pick up a white courtesy phone.
It's the Dan Patrick Show. Weekday mornings from 9 till 11. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light breeze and warm near 76. Partly sunny and a chance of thunderstorms and 87 tomorrow. 84 and moderate rain and definite thunderstorms with a light breeze Friday. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida.
Saturday, September 27th, come to the grand opening land sale at the Ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. That's right. Get 20 to 50 acres in Baldwin County from just $139.9 with excellent financing available. Ranches at Creekside Preserve features private large acreage tracts with beautiful woodlands, rolling meadows, and a peaceful creek, all surrounded by pristine natural beauty and abundant wildlife. It's your opportunity to live in Baldwin County, Alabama, one of the fastest growing coastal counties in the U.S. due to low taxes and a low cost of living. Don't miss out. Come to the grand opening land sale at the Ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. Call 877-888-1415 or go to creeksidepreserveal.com. That's creeksidepreserveal.com.
College Football Saturday on ESPN Radio.
It's a top 10 showdown in the Big Ten. 6th-ranked Oregon travels to Happy Valley to face number 3 Penn State in the whiteout game.
One of the best atmospheres in all of college football. This is the best atmosphere.
We've played in good environments before. They described it as a good one. Number 6 Oregon at 3rd-ranked Penn State.
Coverage starts Saturday at 6 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
He's a 10-foot-tall, barrel-chested beast man who showers in vodka and feeds his baby shrimp scampi.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Please welcome.
Ain't gonna hurt.
Live and local from the J. Michaels studio, the Coach James Hale Show, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got a big one tomorrow night. Bay High School's first district football game, and I just found out if we had the state playoffs right now, they would qualify for a first-round home game here at Tommy Oliver. Let's bring him on, the state championship coach, Coach Jeremy Brown. Good morning, Coach. How you doing, sir?
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Man, what a football game, brother. What a game. Talk about it. And then you got a big one tomorrow night. You can't worry about what's going on in the past, but what a game. Madison County, we all know how good they are, how talented. They're, a 1A school, and they play everybody in the state because nobody will play them.
Right.
And you had them. It got away from you. Talk about it. The kids played their hearts out. Great job last week. Coach, are y'all ranked in the state right now?
Yes, sir. We're ranked number 9 in 3A.
Number 9, 3A. I didn't know that, Glenn. All right, go ahead, Coach. Give us some names. Talk about some players.
Yeah, I just thought, I thought overall, man, the big thing that jumped out to us was we met Madison's, toughness and their physicality. Last year, if we went over there, I think they ran 5 plays and scored 4 touchdowns. It seems like last year we were beat before we got off the bus, and it seemed like this last Friday, man, the vibe all week from the kids, they really believed that they could play with them and felt like they played. They played really well. We knew offensively that if we gave the quarterback time to throw the ball, we could push the ball downfield a little bit. And the offensive line played great. Zay threw the ball really well. Receivers made plays. We had some drops early that probably would have gave us a chance to maybe stretch the lead. And we felt like if we could get up by 2 touchdowns on those guys and make them get out of their comfort zone, running their single wing stuff, it would give us an advantage. And we just seemed to never could push the lead past 6 to 7 points, and then defensively we gave up a lot of yards rushing, but we made some plays when we needed to make plays. Some untimely, unfortunate, undisciplined penalties on defense really hurt us. We got them stopped twice on 3rd and 4th down and got penalties. Dead ball after the play penalties, personal fouls, and so that's the type of stuff we had to talk about this week and get cleaned up. But I think at the end of the day, there's no moral victories. Obviously, we all know that in coaching. But the way the game played out, our kids gained an enormous amount of confidence.
Yeah, I thought you every time you got down, you battled back. I thought that was really good, coming from behind a couple of times. And so, the line really played lights out as far as I was concerned. You had a couple of false starts, but, they seemed to pick it up really well.
Yeah, Madison, their linebackers do a good job of bluffing their blitzes, and so our kids got a little bit shaky and almost like a nervous reaction when they were because we spent so much time this week talking about picking up the blitz because we knew that was the only way they would be able to get after the quarterback.
Right, and they were really, like you said, they were really good at it. It just came from different areas, and so I thought you had a good job. You had a good plan for them, but they're tough. That's the reason they were defending state champions.
Jeremy?
I think he's off there, but we'll go. Their quarterback, I think he's committed to Georgia.
Jeremy, we're gonna hang up and call you back.
So, but anyway, their quarterback is committed to Georgia Tech, and I can see why.
I wanted to ask him what he thought. Will he see another team this year with overall team speed? It's like everybody in that roster can run. Offensive line,
it didn't matter who had the ball. They could take off. So.
That little quarterback could fly also. I mean, they always have speed like that. It's incredible what they do over there. And you're right. They just got through playing the defending state champs, and who knows, they might win it again this year.
Right, because it doesn't matter where they're ranked. As long as they get in the playoffs, they
will get in.
Yeah. So.
Now, I saw Bluntstown play. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. I do think that Madison County overall team speed is probably better than Bluntstown's, but that running back at Bluntstown's is incredible.
But see, Madison County's got some guys on defense that can catch them.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they had two studs that were on offense and defensive line. So,
yeah, Jeremy. All right, give me a second. Coach, you there?
Yes, sir.
I just asked Glenn about this. I had an opportunity to watch Bluntstown play, and this is. I look at that tape of Madison County. Do you think you'll play another team all year with the overall team speed that they have? It's like every position those guys could fly.
Yeah, I think I think the one team that the overall team speed and the physicality on the line is probably Reigns.
Yeah.
If we were to happen to if we were having to see them, hopefully we can keep put some wins together and maybe not have to see those guys to the third or fourth round. Maybe we won't have to travel over there and see them again round one like we did last year.
Right. I hear you. All right, let's jump into Pensacola.
Well, I was going to tell one too. They had two studs on the offensive defensive line. They had 65. That guy was a man then.
Yeah, they were good, man. They had some kids like y'all were talking about the Crumney kid that's committed to Georgia Tech. I mean, heck of a football player, and obviously if he's going to Tech, he's got good grades, so he's a good student, and just real, we knew we had to try to contain him, and man, Coach Harris does a good job. I mean, they got him the ball in a variety of ways, and we just shot ourselves in the foot a lot, and I went on record and I'll say it again. At the end of the game, I probably should have took a knee down there with a little over 2. We were right at 2 minutes left, and maybe could have ran the clock out. But the kids wanted to score, and some things happen in the games. But the kids, man, their attitude and effort at practice this week have been great. Getting ready to go into our first district game.
You can't worry about that. I mean, you would think the percentages you score, get up by 8 with that much time left on the clock, that they wouldn't score. But that just shows you how talented they are. And I get it. The kids want to score, and if you say no, I know where you're at. You can't beat yourself up for that.
Yeah, you don't expect to get 3 back-to-back penalties on a game-scoring drive. We had a unsportsmanlike late hit on the kickoff that gave them 15. Then we got a pass interference and a face mask, and they moved the ball 40 yards without essentially having to execute a play. You never anticipate that either.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into Pensacola. We all know the history there. They've won state championships. They got athletes all over the field. Maybe they hadn't won as much as they have in the past, but we know any given night they can beat anybody. So give us a little rundown what they're doing offensive and defense, and how do you guys match up against them?
Yeah, they're kind of they're doing some things on offense that can give you some problems simply because the first 2 games of the year they were all double slot. Triple option, and in the last 2 games they've been all spread inside zone and getting the ball out to the athletes. So we're coming off of their open week. They didn't play last week, so we've had to this week on a short week kind of try to prepare our kids for both offenses because we're not sure if they're going to jump into triple or if they're going to be in spread, and so that adds that just adds a little bit of stress and a little bit of dynamic that you're normally not used to. Defensively they're an odd front. They're a 50 front. They're going to adjust from the 50, but about 90% of the times they're going to play with a true nose or a shade nose. And in high school sometimes when you play that 50 front, why so many teams play it, it gives you a fit in your run game, especially when you're trying to run inside zone the way that we do. And so we've had to spend a lot of time this week with our offensive linemen, kind of going back to the basics of making sure we get 2 on the nose and make sure we're moving the nose vertically and that kind of stuff. So they're a really good football team. They won their last game. And it seems like they may have found a good balance with the triple option in the spread stuff. Seems to give them an opportunity to move the ball. And so we're gonna definitely have to play assignment football on defense, and then on offense we're gonna have to score some points.
Bay High School has tradition for years. I don't know why, but being really good on special teams. What do you think special team wise? You think you guys match up pretty well there? You see an advantage there?
Yeah, I think we do have a little bit of advantage in the special teams. I feel like we've had a little bit of advantage in the special teams every game we played this year. I think a lot of that has to do with we spend quite a bit of time on special teams each week, trying to find the weakness. Can we block the punt? Can we not block it? where are we at in the return, and then just adding in a couple of little wrinkles, even some personnel changes each week, trying to make sure we get our best athletes where they're going to, where they can make plays in special teams. And the kids are taking a lot of pride in special teams. Coach KP is running our special teams this year, and he's doing a phenomenal job each week of making sure that we're in the best situation we can be in that phase of the game.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. We'll talk to you next week. Go get your first district win tomorrow night. Proud of you. Good job.
All right, Coach. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right. I do want to take time to recognize a coach that, seriously, you had to get prepared for Bay way back. I'm talking back in the 90s when it came to special teams. I didn't see anybody's ever done a better job. And this guy is a Hall of Fame coach. Great job, Comrade Mood. Great job.
Knew it was coming.
I knew it. He's great. Hey, let me tell you what. He knows as much as I do about it.
No, we all know who the man was.
It was coming.
All over the state, they know who the man is. That's Dr. Eugene Glenn Manley. Your special teams cause headaches, Big Daddy. You made us work a lot more because of you.
I just wanted y'all to stay out there until dark.
At least I had bush. Pepper, salt, pepper. Anyway. All right, let's talk about some of the great people. We had the Navy people come in. They did a great job. They're going to have their 250 Navy ball celebration of the Navy's 250th year in service. This ball is $100 admission, and you get a lot of things with that. $75 sponsorship starting at $75. It's going to be October 25th. They open the doors at 5 o'clock. It's going to be from 5 to 10. Cocktail hours is 5 to 6. Ceremony starts at 6:15. Look it up on the website to get all the information right there. The 250 Navy ball. I love those people to make it. Always support and take care of the military police officers. And I always say, if you see somebody out in a uniform, military uniform, or police officers, please, if you can afford it, help buy their meal or get somebody at the table with you to do so, like I do. All right, let's talk about some more wonderful people we have. We're going to have him on here in just a minute, the legendary Dr. Ward. He's knocking out of the ballpark. He won again this week in college picks. I think he's got a connection in Vegas. But anyway, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. All it takes is 5 minutes. Give him a call. Make an appointment. His office is throughout the Panhandle of Florida. If you're listening now, there's an office near you. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? We all can't look like Glenn Manley, but we can all feel better. And we can do that by doing what Glenn does. He visits Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Absolutely. He's regular. I'm telling you, go visit Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Listen to Jason Kovaleski every Tuesday and every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. They got a store in Pier Park, and they also got a store on 23rd Street right over there by Granny's. Also, the legend, every Monday. This is his 26 years on Bay County sidelines. The guy saved so many careers of players. People from all around come being operated on by Chad Mitchell. He is a robotic surgery, one of the first guys trained in that. He is incredible. Listen to Chad every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And my favorite guy, Jason Stevenson Air Conditioning. No one does a better job than Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals taking care of locals through the Panhandle of Florida. They'll call them anytime, day or night. They're there for you. You want your power bill to go down? Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. You want to cut it in half? Call Stevenson Air Conditioning, get a brand new unit. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1, not even close. Don't go national, go local, go Stevenson Air Conditioning. We'll be right back with the legendary John Ward, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
You talk about the team as a collective and not letting the success of the Super Bowl get to their heads. I know Jalen Hurts came in and said, I'm not wearing the ring. We've turned the page. But then why don't we give Nick Sirianni the same credit for saying, banner night, whatever, we're moving on. He does the same thing. He's also the coach that is stewarding the team through this chapter and through these wins. He deserves more credit than a lot of people want to give him.
Evan, Katie, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. No, you see, you get $150 in bonus bets after your first $5 bet hits.
Did somebody say hit?
Whoa, Ray Lewis? We were just saying if your bet hits.
Huh? You know I love a good form tackle.
We know, Ray.
We know.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Start your fall adventure in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Our SUV family is built for all-in adventures and endless possibilities. Stop by Bill Bird Kia and test drive a new 2025 Kia Soul, Seltos, Sportage, Sorrento, or Telluride. You're going to find the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorrento or a new 2025 Kia Sportage. Bill Bird Kia, the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. The road is yours in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorrento or 2025 Kia Sportage with $20.83 per 1,000 financed at 48 months. Quantities limited, cannot be combined with other finance offers. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 9/30/25.
The Kings of the Swamp.
Ball's loose at the 38. Gators got it. Wow.
Join Sean Kelly and the rest of the broadcast team as they bring you Gator football all season long.
Quick race down the near sideline. 20, 15, 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Gators.
On your home for Florida football, the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
The Florida Gators play here. Listen to select games on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Want to know the inside scoop on your favorite teams? From the gridiron to the hardwood to the diamond. For comprehensive sports coverage, it's ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's bring him on now, Dr. Ward. Doc, how you doing this morning?
Having a good one. How are you guys today?
Oh, couldn't be better, man. We got to get this in. People out there, out in that sun, don't take care of themselves, and they pay for it later on. But thank God we have you. Where are you located? Somebody's driving by, and they just heard about you for the first time. Where can they make an appointment? And all it takes is 5 minutes to save your life. Where could they go? We got people listening all over. Where can they go?
Just give us a call at 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Santa Rosa Beach, Watersound, Panama City Beach, Panama City, Port St. Joe, Mariana, Bonifay, or Defuniak Springs.
All right, Doc, I want to jump into the Florida. By the way, give me 1 second. You, again, for I think 3 straight weeks have won. I was 11-14. Jason Kovaleski, 11-14. Jim Brandt, 11-14. Glenn Manley,
12 of 6.
8 of 14.
There you go.
Woo!
Well, I had all the upset.
Well, Glenn's a golfer. He thinks lower score is better.
That's right.
Brian was 11-14. Jeremy Pridgeon was 10-14.
Stupid Nebraska.
Kyle was 10-14. Dr. Ward was 12 of 14. So you got us, but it was close, but you got us. Congratulations. You know what you're doing. All right. I want to talk about the situation in Oklahoma State. Gundy's gone. We had a show yesterday, and we were asking who's going to be the first one to be let go. Billy Napier, Gundy. Maybe one of them said Napier would be the first one. The word I keep hearing, and I don't know what's true or not, that it'll be the next open week if he continues to lose. And I think it's the open week before Georgia, and I could be wrong on that. What do you hear? What do you think about Oklahoma State firing Gundy, and what do you think? Is there any way Billy Napier can save his job?
So the fan base is done with Billy Napier, and you know, like the downside to Florida having a national championship in basketball is that Scott Strickland, who is our AD, got a contract extension, and Strickland is horrible for the football program, absolutely horrible. We had an opportunity to get rid of Napier last year after the disastrous start, and Strickland wouldn't do it. And obviously now he it is going to take boosters saying we are pulling NIL. We are not going to support this program at all until you fire him. And I guess that hasn't happened yet. And you know, like, and you know, when you have a bad AD that doesn't care about the football program, you know, we may be the last ones at the dance, and it just sucks. But you know, this is mismanagement of the football program by Scott Strickland, our athletic director.
And they're firing coaches quicker and quicker because they know they have that one-time transfer deal now in the middle of playoffs, which I don't understand that. But they got to get a jump on getting a new coach in there. And you're right. You don't want to lose out. If you're going to make a change, make the change. Go get the best coach you possibly can get. And going forward, looking at Florida's future schedules, looking at Alabama's future schedules, Auburn, Georgia, everybody else, you can forget about the 12-0 days going forward, adding another game to SEC. I looked at Alabama's future schedule. We'll be lucky if we go 9-3, and that would be Saban coaching there. It's just hard to line up and play every single week against really good ball clubs. You get physically beat up. It's hard to keep winning like that. So, in going in the future, I think if you're 9-3 at Florida, you've done a pretty good job. You can, if they don't put SEC teams in the playoffs, being 9-3, then they need to pull out and have their own playoffs or something. That's just me. But and if you looked at Florida's future schedules?
No, I mean, I know who our three full-time opponents are, but no, I haven't seen next year's schedule.
I'll pull it up. Brian, you want to pull it up, or you want to do it?
Well, the thing that bothers me is they don't get to play like Tennessee anymore.
Oh, they're going to be playing Tennessee.
Well, yeah, but they're not the
every
three.
year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's one of the things that they've done for such a long time.
Yeah, I was. Well, that's what I was too. Were you happy? Because a lot of Florida fans, even Tennessee, they're upset that game's going away, but it's really not. They're going to continue to play one, just not every year. What did you think about this election?
Heck yeah, I was happy about it. You know, you don't want to be the team that has to play Alabama and Georgia every year. Heck, give me Kentucky and South Carolina, and yeah, we got to play Georgia every year. So you know, you got two programs that aren't perennial powers that you play every year. That's good for you versus having two programs that are perennial powers every year.
Yeah, I got it up here right here.
Yeah, I was going to say it's FB schedules, so assuming that's right.com. It doesn't have all the dates set, but your non-conference games, according to this, are Florida Atlantic, Campbell, and Florida State, so that's not as bad. But according to this, the conference games are Georgia. That's going to be, it says in Atlanta. That's interesting.
Yeah, they're working on that.
That's right, because they're doing the Jacksonville.
Yeah, we got to play. Jacksonville Stadium.
That's right.
Having some remodel.
At Auburn, Oklahoma's at home. Ole Miss is at home. Excuse me. South Carolina and Vanderbilt are at home. They're at Kentucky, at Missouri, and at Texas.
Ooh, yeah.
So
good luck with that. What year was that, 26?
That's 26.
Yeah,
Again, they don't have all the dates set other than Georgia's Halloween in Atlanta.
Yeah, here's 27, just the SEC teams. Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee, Auburn, Georgia, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Texas. 2028, Florida has got South Carolina, Tennessee, Missouri, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama, LSU, Vandy. 2029, I hope I'm still around then. They've got South Carolina, Tennessee, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Texas, Auburn, Georgia, Mississippi State. And then you throw Florida State in there, you really got two cupcakes, and that's it. In the past, we could schedule 4 if we wanted to. Most teams had 3 cupcakes. It's changing. Let me put it that way. Things are changing. And they're going to make, I think, $5-point-something million more each school to make this happen. Doc, we got to get in these picks. We're going to get them all done. Congratulations on yours. And we can break. How much time we got? I tell you, we're going to have to take a break. We'll come back and finish up with Doc and get his picks for this week. You need to listen to what he says because usually it's pretty good. All right, let's take a Doc, again, not where you're located, but what can we do to help prevent skin cancer?
Well, it's very important to, cover up, especially if you're going to be out from 10 to 2 when the UV index is the highest. But if you do have any exposed skin, you got to remember to put your sunscreen on. Once you get sweaty or get in the water and towel off, you got to reapply, and just be smart. Don't get sunburned. Sunburns are bad. They don't feel good. So just protect your skin and it'll protect you.
All right.
But if you do see something that you don't feel looks right, doesn't feel right, won't go away, don't wait. Get it checked out.
5 minutes is all it takes. Go see Dr. Ward. I tell you what, this weekend, if I'm in town, this is where I'm going to be. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be there Thursday night. When the game's being played, NFL or college, they got 27-plus TVs. They got the best deal going anywhere. 50 cent, well, yeah, I said it right. 50 cent wings, $5 pitchers. That Cajun place on Thomas Drive. On Saturday mornings, you don't want to miss game day. You won't. Get in there. They open up at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then when the kickoff start, that's when the $5 pitchers start. That's when the 50 cent wings start. If you're an LSU fan, wear your shirt. They score a touchdown. Walk up and say, "Can I please have my free Jello shot?" They go, "Sure, you can have it." Same thing on Sundays. They got the North Shore Jazz Band from 10 to 12. They're incredible. They do a great job. They got a brunch going on, and then when the games start, it kicks in. 50 cent wings, $5 pitchers. And when the Saints are playing, you got the Saints shirt on, they score a touchdown, go ask for your free Jello shot. All you Tiger Sharks down there, get out to Taco Bell. They got DoorDash, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Go before the game, go after the game. Taco Bell, big-time supporters of Port St. Joe Tiger Sharks.
Go Tiger
There's three. Go Tiger Sharks. They got 3 great locations: Panama City Beach, Callaway, and, of course, the new one down in Port St. Joe. Go Tiger Sharks. Also, what else? No, let me do one more. Can I do one more? I won't do it. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light breeze and warm near 76. Partly sunny and a chance of thunderstorms and 87 tomorrow. 84 and moderate rain and definite thunderstorms with a light breeze Friday. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions. Or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport. The best place in town to take a leak.
The Rich Eisen Show.
A rhetorical question, which means I already know the answer and it does not require an answer.
But we'll give you one.
Yeah.
I mean,
man, I really want to answer. Yeah, do you think the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell were sending a message on Sunday? Do you? Our favorite Bill Burr soundbite.
Oh, do you?
They were sending a message.
Mighty Ducks. Not worth winning if you can't win big.
Rich Eisen weekdays starting at 11. Now on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
I'm kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. So let's jump into these picks real quick. A big one in the Big Ten. Ohio State on the road, long trip to Washington. Washington's offense is pretty good. Not so sure about their defense. Dr. Ward, what happens? The Buckeyes keep rolling.
Oh, yeah. Buckeyes beat Washington. They're just a little bit too good, even though they got to travel a long way to win that game.
Brian?
Yeah, it's going to be tougher than you think. I mean, travel and, Jeff Fish does a good job out there, but, yeah, Ohio State will pull away late.
Ohio State.
All right, let's get the next one. Louisville at Pittsburgh. Does Louisville keep rolling?
I think it's going to be tough for them to go to Pittsburgh and win. Pittsburgh's a scrappy team, so I'm going to go with Pitt.
Ooh, got Pitt. Okay, Brian.
Doc always steals my thunder. I think I'm going with him. He's leading, but I do like Pitt at home. They always play tough at home, and this is the kind of spot for Louisville maybe to have a slip-up. So.
Eugene?
I was thinking the same thing, but you know what? I'm just going to go in there with Louisville, see what happens.
There you go. Keep the faith, brother. Vandy, can they stay undefeated? Can they go into Tuscaloosa next week at 2:30 on ABC to play Alabama? Will they be undefeated, or will they get upset by Utah State?
Vandy rolls.
Vandy rolls. Brian.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Sam at Texas. Everybody got Texas. Sam Houston.
That was last week, wasn't it?
No.
That was last week.
Yeah, Texas off this week.
Texas off. Thank you, Julie. This is great.
Once again, you love your couch.
All right, let's go Kentucky. Oh, come on, man. This is the Losers Bowl, Kentucky. No, he's not listening. Never mind. Kentucky at South Carolina. Gamecocks bounce back.
Yeah, Gamecocks bounce back, get a win.
Lynn?
Yeah, Gamecock.
This one may be a lot closer than people think. South Carolina's a back-and-forth team, but, yeah, they're going to hold on, but barely.
Missouri at, UMass at Missouri. Missouri rolls.
Yeah.
Mizzou.
Yeah, by a lot.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. Okay, all right, let's get it cranked up. Now the big ones. FSU. This is going to be a tougher game than people think. It's a Friday night up there on the road. Dr. Ward, what happens?
I do think it's going to be a close game, but I think FSU will pull it out.
Brian.
I agree. Travel, Friday, all of that's tough, but yeah, FSU wins.
Even though Virginia's bringing out their 95 uniforms where they beat FSU, they're not going to do it. FSU all the way.
FSU, you heard it right here. Notre Dame at Arkansas. Watch out, man. He needs this win big time. Does he get it done? Can Arkansas beat the one at I guess they're 2-2 now.
They're 1-2 now.
1-2.
Arkansas's 2-2. Notre Dame's 1-2. I thought they were still 0-2.
Okay. Doc?
Yeah, I actually really like Arkansas at home in this game. They definitely laid an egg late in that game against Memphis, but Memphis is a good team. So yeah, I'm going to take Arkansas to upset.
Arkansas, I hear you. I feel it.
I really want to. I just don't love this matchup. I think Freeman is not the kind of guy that you want, if you're Taylen Green, because he'll have that defense ready. So I think Notre Dame goes in there and gets it done.
Eugene?
Sweet. Pig.
Pigs, get it done. I like that. I love the SEC. LSU, this is going to be a great football game. LSU was favorite. Vegas flipped. Now Ole Miss is favored. They got two outstanding quarterbacks. LSU at Ole Miss. Man, this is going to be a ball game. Who you like, Doc?
I've gone back and forth on this. I like home teams in games like this, but defense does travel. I've been very impressed with LSU's defense, and I think their offense has enough weapons to get it done. So I'm going to take LSU to upset Ole Miss.
LSU. Who you got?
I would like Ole Miss better, honestly, if this was the night game. I think it could be one of those weird Saturday nights in Oxford, and it's a weird matchup. I'm going to take LSU, but in kind of a scrappy and sloppy kind of close game.
Not so fast.
The only reason I'm going to pick Ole Miss is because it's at home.
Yeah.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Ole Miss. All right, this one could be a game. This is where Tennessee could slip up. They're going into Starksville, and that's a tough place to play with the cowbells and everything. What happens, Doc? Tennessee at Mississippi State. Do we have the Bulldogs going 5-0, or are they going to be 4-1 after this game?
Well, Mississippi State will keep this game interesting, but
Yes.
I don't think they're going to have quite the offense that they need to keep pace with Tennessee. So Tennessee pulls away in the second half.
Tennessee. Brian, come on, you're home.
I just looked at my phone and it says midnight. I think clock has struck midnight on my Bulldogs here. The problem is both sides of the line are very weak, and now you're going to play SEC opponents. I actually think Tennessee, it may not be like 30, but they're going to handily win this game over my Bulldogs.
I'm going to pick an upset. I'm going to pick Mississippi State.
Good job. I like that, Glenn. I feel you, brother. All right. Where's the next big one? Let's go to this one. This is a huge football game. Auburn got robbed. I don't care what anybody says. I watched that game. The officials did a terrible job. But Auburn's got to do a better job throwing the ball down the field, get the ball to playmakers. Auburn on the road, and they played well on the road at A&M in the past, at Texas A&M. Texas A&M beats Notre Dame on the road. They're pumped up. They got confidence. Doc, what's going to happen in College Station?
I agree that Auburn got robbed, but they still didn't make the big plays when they needed to.
Yeah.
And I think A&M is every bit as good as Oklahoma. I think Kyle Field is much harder to play at than Norman. So I see A&M taking this game over Auburn.
Yeah, the quarterback has got to get the ball to playmakers.
Yeah, I just don't think it's a good matchup for Auburn, honestly. If it was in Auburn, it might be close, but I think A&M wins here.
Yeah, I got A&M too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the big one, down in Athens, 6:30 ABC. What you got, Doc? DeBoer goes into Athens to play a physical football team. His road record is pathetic. What happens in Athens?
They played a much less physical team in Tallahassee. Not saying Florida State's not physical; they're just not Georgia physical. And we all saw what happened. I see a repeat. I think Georgia is. If you're a bettor, I think betting Georgia to win with 3.5 points or minus 3.5 points is the safest bet that you could possibly make in college football this week. Georgia wins. They win by double digits.
Ooh, double digits.
See, I don't have as much confidence in Georgia. If this game were at home, I'd actually like Alabama in this one. I think they're playing well. I think the week off. I think Jam Miller back. I think a lot of things are trending for them.
Latham just got sent to the hospital.
I saw that, but they've got a little more cover there than they do in the running back position. However, I think this may be the game of the weekend. I could see this being a really fun back and forth game. I just think when it comes down to it, that confidence, Alabama hasn't been winning on the road, and Georgia pulled out that miracle against Tennessee. I think there's something to that. I think Georgia wins a really tight game here.
Georgia. I want to clarify something before we go to Glenn. What Dr. Moore was referring to, the physicality of Georgia compared to FSU, what he really probably should have said meant like the physicality of Jason Kovaleski compared to Wildcat. That's probably what would have been a better comparison.
No, that's a close game.
Wildcat can swing that bottle now.
That's right. Glenn, you got any faith in Bama going on the road? This game could save DeBoer.
You're asking an Auburn fan if I have any faith.
But you're fair and balanced.
I am, so I'm fairly taking Georgia.
I mean, look at it. I mean, where did Georgia struggle? Decent quarterback with wideouts. Bama's got those.
Can Alabama protect the quarterback?
Yeah,
can Alabama run the ball?
The running's going to be the thing.
Yeah, I always pick the physical team.
I think this is going to be a fun game.
And defense. You know the thing about it, Doc? Alabama this weekend, they took heat about the way they prepared for FSU, and they went back, and the next couple weeks of practice were really hard. Players talk about it. And I'm like, that's on the coaches. Every day practice should be hard. They always were for Coach Bryant. They always were for Saban. But this week in practice, they're getting after it, man. They got people going to the hospital left and right. One of the offensive linemen, one of the defensive linemen got his neck hurt. Mm-hmm. So there's some injuries at Bama right now, even though they did get some other guys back. We shall see. Doc, we love you, brother. Let's see how you do this week.
Are we not doing Oregon? Are we not doing Oregon Penn State?
It's not on my list. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't blame you, Doc. He should
SEC homer.
I mean, come on. That's like the biggest. Honestly, nationally, that's the biggest game of the week.
3-6.
Well, I gotta fire the person that does this.
By the way, I'm taking Penn State because it's a whiteout in Happy Valley. Oregon's got to travel across the country. I think Penn State wins a close game.
All right, who you got?
I like Penn State as well. This is their coming out party.
Glenn?
Yeah, Penn State.
Penn State. I'm sorry I didn't have that one. I don't have.
That must have been where Texas Sam Houston was.
I wonder if Michigan's off this week. I don't have
Michigan is off.
Okay.
We do have USC Illinois.
We can skip that one.
Hey, if you want a real barn burner, we have UCLA going to Northwestern.
Oh, Lord. Hey, Doc, real quick, what's the best way to get up with you?
Just give us a holler, 233-3376. You can see us at one of our 8 area convenient locations in Port St. Joe, Panama City Beach, Watersound, Santa Rosa Beach, Mariana, Bonifay, or Phoenix Springs.
All right, go Gators. We'll talk to you next Wednesday, Doc.
Go Gators.
All right, let's talk about these people. They're incredible. I'm telling you, man, Turf Pro Pest Control, you want that yard to look beautiful. And do you want your bugs in the house? They won't be there anymore. You call Turf Pro Pest Control. They'll take care of both of them. Listen to Patrick every Monday around 8:30 right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1, not even close. Locals taking care of locals. What about this local dude? Vandy Roofing. You're in the business to get a roof. There's only one place to go. That's Vandy Roofing. TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design it. They build a commercial, residential. They can do it all. That's Vandy Roofing. And I love Steve. Man, what a guy. Coaches at Mosley, swim coach over there. You're looking for an electrical bike, and who's not? They're taking over the world. He got the old-fashioned ones. He got new ones. He got used ones. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. They can work on they do a great job. Steve's Bike Shop is #1. We'll be right back, 104.3. We get back Alabama, then we got FSU, and then we got Mark McLeod.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
But when you look at it, you've got to have running backs. You've got to be able to run the football. You cannot let your quarterback be your leading rusher. That is not winning football. That is not going to work in the SEC moving forward. You can't do it against bigger teams. You can't do it against faster teams. This is a problem for Alabama.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light breeze and warm near 76. Partly sunny and a chance of thunderstorms and 87 tomorrow. 84 and moderate rain and definite thunderstorms with a light breeze Friday. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida.
Bringing the world's #1 auto brand is a lot of fun. Camrys and Tacomas, Land Cruisers and Grand Highlanders. Toyotas are just built to be better.
And that's exactly how we built Panama City Toyota, to give you a better experience.
Where your needs always come first. Where you can relax with a great cup of coffee or browse the Heritage Collection. While we help you add the perfect vehicle to your collection. Come see us today at Panama City Toyota.
GSX Lynhaven WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
When it comes to backyard dreams, trust the name that's been making waves for over 65 years. Cox Pools. Serving the entire Florida Panhandle, Cox Pools brings experience, innovation, and quality to every custom pool design. From luxurious spas to resort-style pools, no vision is too big. Make your backyard the place to be with Cox Pools. Cox Pools, 65 years strong and still making a splash. Visit coxpools.com or call 850-235-7957.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama Update is brought to you by Steverson Air Conditioning. If you want your power bill to go down to like half, I said it half. Go to Steverson Air Conditioning. Don't run it as much. They do a great job. They'll come out and coach you up, tell you what to do, make that house be warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Steverson Air, I saw that, Glenn. Steverson Air Conditioning, number one, not even close. When you buy a new one from them, we had them come out and put new lines in the entire house. They did an incredible job. Our house looked beautiful when they got out through. It was cleaner after they got through than it was before they got there.
I have a phone call from Julie.
Prepping that couch.
You got me scared there for a minute.
I know. I saw you turn weird there.
I got a couple things. I'm going to start out. We got the big Georgia game, 6:30, ABC, the big one. But right now, I'd like to talk about Alabama futures opponents. This came out. Here we go, 2026, Alabama, Auburn, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Georgia Bulldogs, South Carolina, Texas A&M, Kentucky, LSU, and Vandy. 2027, Alabama's got Auburn, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Florida Gators, Missouri, Texas, Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Oklahoma. 2028.
Reading is hard.
Auburn, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Kentucky, LSU, Vandy, Georgia, South Carolina, and Texas A&M. I can't see this thing very well. And 2029 is Auburn, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Florida, Missouri, Texas. Wow. And, by the way, they also have Ohio State home and home, Notre Dame home and home, and who was the other one that was home and home? We got FSU next year. Next year we got FSU, South Florida, East Carolina with all the other SEC games. Good luck with that. Going forward, you better be patient. You better be understanding, because if not, we'll be firing a coach every other year. Those years, Alabama going undefeated every single year, like Coach Bryant used to do and Saban did, maybe just one loss. Those days are going to be really hard. You're not going to see those very often anymore. I really think you're in the SEC, you win 9 games, you've had a heck of a year. I really believe that. You got to win 9, get in the playoffs, keep people happy. I think that should be the goal. It's just hard when you play every single week. I coach, and you go against really good teams every single week. It's brutal. It's hard on the body. It's hard on the mind, the soul. It's a tough job. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to go 10-2, 11-1 with the schedules. All these things are going to be playing going forward. 4 reasons Alabama. 4 reasons why Georgia will beat Alabama this Saturday at 6:30, and I hope I'm wrong. I love Kirby Smart, my favorite coach. I want Bama to win. I don't see it. Georgia, number 1 reason, Georgia quarterback Gunner Stockton. He's the real deal, man. He can do it all now. He's got some confidence. He's throwing the ball really well. Had some nice throws against Tennessee, especially the 4th and 6th. He throws a touchdown pass. He can take it, tuck it, and run with it. He had 304 yards passing against Tennessee, 2 touchdowns. He also ran for another 38 yards and a touchdown. He's kind of a dual threat guy. He's improving as the weeks go by. He's the number 1 reason. Here's number 2, Georgia's defense. One of the best defenses in the country year in, year out. But I'll be honest with you, they weren't that great against Tennessee. especially the secondary. They were man coverage, and they were getting blown out just like Bama did a couple years back when Saban was there in that man coverage. Tennessee spread them out all over the field, and they took advantage of that. Kirby made the adjustments in the second half, or part of the game, and it saved him. But Tennessee did get 496 yards of total offense, 371 yards through the air. This is not typical what you see from Georgia. They've had 2 weeks to get prepared. Kirby Smart will have the defense. They're not going to sit back in coverage. They're going to attack Simpson. They're going to come with him every way. There won't be any spies this week against Alabama like they've been for the last 2 years. Georgia's going to be aggressive. They're going to get Alabama. The key, can Alabama's offensive line run the ball? Can they open lanes to run the ball? And number one, can they protect the quarterback? Early in the game, watch your left tackle. If he's not having a good game, you don't have a shot. We all know the weakness on the right side. If the left tackle doesn't do his job, and you will see it early, if he's getting beat, you ain't got a shot. But they're saying Georgia's defense is going to respond in a big way at home versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reason number 3, Georgia's depth at running back. They just don't have one. They don't have two. They have 3 running backs they can rotate in that are great, physical, home run type guys. Alabama's getting their best guy back. We're finally getting our number 1 running back this week, but Georgia's running back's the real deal. He also has a big offensive line that's very strong, very physical. Alabama will have a hard time matching that physicality up front. It's going to be. I don't know if Alabama can. Honestly, I don't know if Alabama can stop their running attack. Believe it or not, I watched every play of the Wisconsin game. Wisconsin ran the ball fairly well. They got behind in the ball game, but they ran the ball pretty good. And I'll say it again, that I have never seen it in years when Bama defensive players make contact and they fall backwards and the opponent doesn't fall backwards. But they've had a real hard week of practice. They had a real physical week of practice. They're going to have another one today. Maybe they'll be healthy. Maybe they'll do a lot better job than we think. But they think this is another reason Georgia's a lot better in the running game. And number 4, the main reason, the game is at home. Kirby said it in his interview. He said, we got a great slate of games at home this year, but this is the big one. This is the elite one. This is the name. This is Alabama. This is a huge game. The atmosphere is going to be elite. There's no doubt about that in Athens, Georgia. You're going to hear a lot of dog. If you go to the game and you're an Alabama fan, you have a lot of people get in your face about an inch from you like Glenn does, and all they're going to be doing is barking and growling. Glenn growls, Conrad barks. 33 games in a row Georgia has won at home. The loudest stadium in America is going to be in Athens this Saturday night. Alabama had a hard time with the noise in Tuscaloosa, got a lot of penalties. This place is twice the size. It's going to be probably twice as loud. I don't know about that, but it's going to be loud. DeBoer now, I will say this. Coach DeBoer versus Kirby Smart, Lanning at Oregon, Stark at Texas, Riley at USC. His combined record against these elite coaches, 8 wins, 0 losses. His record on the road is terrible. We shall see how this plays out. Kickoff again for the Alabama-Georgia game is at 6:30 on ABC. Roll Tide. If he loses this game badly, I'm not saying if it's a close, hard-fought football game, it won't be bad. But if he gets embarrassed like he did against Florida State, they get a lot of penalties. They don't look like they're hustling and look like they don't know what they're doing. This is a huge game for him. It's going to get really bad if he gets blown out. Glenn, you picked Georgia to beat Alabama. Do you think it's going to be another FSU game where, Florida State kicked them in the mouth and they didn't respond? Do you think they're going to get a beat down like FSU gave them, or do you think it'll be a competitive ball game?
I think it'll be competitive up until about the end. I think they'll wear them down a little bit, and I think then the score's not going to indicate how good the game was, but I think they'll at least 2 touchdowns.
And Brian, you said double figure.
I think this could be an epic game. I could see a scenario where Alabama's leading by 3 or 4, and Georgia takes one, good long drive at the end of the game, scores like a minute and a half, and wins. I could see that.
Yeah, and if it's like that, he'll be okay. But if it's like Glenn said, he's going to be in trouble. All right, Alabama Updates have been brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. We get back, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to jump on FSU first, maybe do a little bit of Auburn, and then hopefully got Mark McLeod here for 30 minutes, everything you need to know about what's going down in Florida. But right now, I'd like to talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding sponsorships. We already told you about that Cajun place. Get down there and have a wonderful time. You get down there, open up at 10 o'clock, watch game day. But as soon as the kickoff starts, you get 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers. That Cajun place on Thomas Drive. On Sundays, they got the brunch going on. They got the North Shore Bass playing for your entertainment. Then the NFL game kickoff, 27-plus TVs. And if you're LSU and you're playing Ole Miss, you score a touchdown, you got the LSU shirt on, go up to the bar and say, please give me my free Jell-O shot. They'll be glad to. Same thing for the Saints on Sunday when they're playing live. You score a touchdown, you got the Saints shirt on, go ask for your free Jell-O shot.
You may not get any of those on Saints game.
Yeah, not many. Believe me, not many at all. You talking about other great restaurants. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. Today is the day. Today's Wednesday. We got J. Michael's Spaghetti. It's the best you can get anywhere. Legendary lunch and dinner. It will be packed out. Come join us 11 o'clock. Glenn's time to buy. Also, don't forget, if you're in Lynn Haven, get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. They got 10 wings inside in Lynn Haven. If you're a Mosey Dolphin, go to Lynn Haven. I'll tell you what, man, before the game, go to Lynn Haven.
Parking.
Yeah.
Lynn Haven.
Lynn Haven.
No traffic.
And once you get through it, Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Let's go down and see Russ and Amber.
Go
Where are
to
they
David
at?
Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77. Where?
Lynn Haven. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Love them.
The brutal hits. The heartbreaking turnovers. Heroic comebacks.
In for the touchdown.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida delivers the biggest matchups of the week from across the nation. Your college football headquarters on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light breeze and warm near 76. Partly sunny and a chance of thunderstorms and 87 tomorrow. 84 and moderate rain and definite thunderstorms with a light breeze Friday. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
College Football Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a top 10 showdown in the Big Ten. 6th-ranked Oregon travels to Happy Valley to face number 3 Penn State in the whiteout game.
One of the best atmospheres in all of college football. This is the best atmosphere.
We've played in good environments before. They described it as a good one. Number 6 Oregon at 3rd-ranked Penn State.
Coverage starts Saturday at 6 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
Now that's the spicy of food nibble!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagles! Hey, James Jenner. And all those Stevensons out there, you got all of them. Auburn update. Hey, get out to Beef Bracelet and have a great meal. Today's 10 Wings Inside. Wonderful people down there. Now, you want to have a great time. Do what Glenn does over in St. Andrews. Get out to Newbies, too, on the curves. Watch all sporting events. But if you're over in town, it's St. Andrews, that big, beautiful facility. Sit outside, look at the moon, look at the water, have a wonderful time. And we all know we're going to wind up, though. Sooner or later, everybody's going to be at the mothership. John and Shark going to have the best bands in the Southeast there for your entertainment. I advise you to go to Newbies 2 on the Curve, watch all the NFL, college, high school football, college games, have a great time. Head on down to the mothership. Eugene, what do you got for us today on FSU? Big game Friday night.
FSU plays Friday night at Virginia on ESPN at 6 p.m. And what's amazing, they went from last in scoring last year. Right now, they're leading the country at 58 points a game. Woo! Micah Dancy became the ACC Rookie of the Week, 112 yards in pass reception, 64 yards rushing, and 1 touchdown. But he's the first Nole to ever get a 60-yard run and a 60-yard catch in the same game. So congratulations to him. As you know, to score average 58 points, we played 3 cupcakes in a row. So, going with that. And then our boy, Feinbaum said, not so fast on Castellano and FSU. Pump your brakes a little bit. They haven't played anybody yet. So that was kind of a smack in the face to Alabama. So I can't believe he did that. So if you're looking at the thing, they're playing Virginia. They're 3-1. They're scoring 182 points, and their opponents have only scored 78. They've scored 13 rushing touchdowns and 9 passing touchdowns. They're averaging 45 points a game, and also they're only having the opponents have 19.5 points a game. They have 331 yards passing per game, and they have the opponents 213 per game. And rushing per game, they have 251 yards rushing, and the opponents are held to 100 yards. So we're going to play a little more serious team. And again, like I said, they're going to wear the 95 jerseys that they wore with the V on the shoulder pads that they beat FSU, which really was a touchdown, but they didn't say it got in, So that was the ACC officials, always creating chaos. In the offensive efficiency, FSU, of course, 58 points a game, that's number 1. 8.9 yards per play, that is per rush, that's second in the nation. 13.7 yards per pass, that's number 1. And passing rating, 225.2, and that's the first in the nation. 66% on third down conversions, that's second in the nation, and 87.5% in the red zone, which is 7th in the nation. And then success rate, they're at 55%, which is 4th in the nation. Now, success rate goes with how many yards you get on first down, how far do you have to go second down, how many first downs you get, how many times you get the third down, and if you go for it on fourth down, how many times you do that. So there's a lot goes into that rating. So when you go 55%, that's not a lot, but it seems to be quite a bit when you have to put all those into it. Now, their defense strength, they only allow 10 points per game. That's 12th in the nation. They average only 2.53 yards per rush they give up. That's 13th in the nation. And 27.9% opponents only convert on third down, and that's 25th in the nation. And it's 17.1% driving. The driving score rate is 15th, and then their defensive rate, success rate is 69.8%, which is 6th in the nation. That's holding them on third down. That's making them go 4 and out. That's holding them on first and second down, and how many times you let them make it on third down. So those are some of the stats we got going. Bigger game coming up. I still think they should get more credit with the Alabama game than they're giving credit for. So. Florida State. No,
it sounded like the Alabama game. We heard that a lot.
Yep.
That's all you heard the whole day.
So that's most of the things I got on there. Anyway, the baseball, fall baseball kicks off on October the 18th, and he's got almost a whole new pitching staff and also a whole new infield. So we'll see what goes on with that. And that's going on really well.
All right. The FSU update. Get out to Newbies. Have a great time. I tell you what, man. This is going to be a more competitive game people think. Virginia has played well this year.
Right.
They really have.
And it's always tough playing up there for us. So
yeah, and a Friday night, I don't like all that. No. But they got to take care of business. They cannot be looking ahead. Miami's got an off day. Everybody in the country is looking forward to next week, 6:30 on ABC in Tallahassee, Florida. FSU, Miami, and Florida State's just got to take care of business. Both going there undefeated. Top 10 matchup. Cannot wait for that. But we got to get through this week, Glenn.
That's right. Absolutely. So, you can't go in there undefeated if you don't win this week. So, the thing, too, it just seems that, Miami has it going again. They picked up another quarterback. So, I still think there's some areas that we can take advantage of. So, it's going to be a good game.
Just nobody get hurt, get a win,
right.
and get everybody in game shape. Now, they've played so many different people in all these games. They've been blowing people out. This would be pretty good to let everybody play a bit longer, get them ready.
Yeah, there's two ways to look at it. Your first teamer's not getting as much as you need to, but also you're giving experience to things. Yeah. And I was hoping he would take Castellanos out earlier. He almost lost him with a leg injury, but he didn't learn from Travis.
Yeah, really. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Auburn Tigers. This is the grade for last week. We got to get over last week. Andy Burcham tomorrow, 8:15. All you need to know about the Auburn Tigers. Offensive line, we all know they gave up the 10 sacks. A lot of those, not a lot of them, but I would say at least 4. I'll give them 4. 4 times the quarterback's got to get rid of the football. He holds on to the ball way too long. Can't make it his mind up where to put the ball. And Arnold's got to do a better job on the deep pass. Coleman has been open so many times, 5 yards behind the DB, and he has to slow up and wait for the football. One time, he throws the ball 5 yards further, he runs it down, they score. He had to hold up and wait, catch it. They got a big play, but they didn't get a touchdown. The officiating was a joke. We talk about the trick play. Yeah, we all know they blew that. They even said it. But it was the other ones. The pass interference where Coleman he's by himself. He's 5 yards behind the guy. He underthrows it. He has to slow down. The guy tackles him. You can see it. There's a picture. He's being tackled before the ball gets to him. No call. That's a big play. Got to do a better job getting the ball downfield. Get the ball to Coleman. He's one of the best receivers in the country nobody knows about. Anyway, here's a grade for Auburn, for the Auburn at Oklahoma. Offense, they gave him a C-. 10 sacks, not good. We talked about the quarterback was part of the problem. Another thing they can't do in College Station, you cannot have 8 offensive line penalties, Glenn. 8.
No, that's true.
The noise was a factor in Norman. All the penalties, you cannot do that and win a game. You got to play great on the road. You got to play great defense. You can't beat yourself, and you got to win the kicking game. Can Auburn do that? We'll see. Defense, they gave them an A-. They held Oklahoma's offense to 32 yards rushing. Auburn's defense was not the problem at all. They played really well, and they put pressure on the quarterback. They did a good job. Special teams, D-. They said something about the long field goals. They worry about Auburn's long field goals. Coaching, Auburn, C-. What do y'all think about the coach in that game? I thought that was pretty good. I thought he did a pretty good job. You got to get the ball to what's the number 8, Coleman? Yeah. You got to get the ball to him. Let him run the ball. Jet sweeps, reverses, do something. Get the ball to him somehow, and throw the ball. They got to coach him up to get the ball in front of the receivers.
Right.
That guy's a great
player.
player.
Rid of it so you don't get 10 sacks.
Yeah. Overall, special teams was a D- that we talked about. The coaching, C-. Offense, worst performance of the year, no doubt about that. That's what they're getting on Hugh Freeze about all the sacks and the way the offense played. Final grade for Auburn on the road to Oklahoma, a C-. Fewer mistakes. Auburn could have won that ball. There's no doubt they could have won that ball game. They were just as good as Oklahoma, in my opinion. The position where they were not as good was, to be honest with you, I felt like was a quarterback play. So we shall see.
All right. Coach, one more time, I want to talk about, if it's okay, talk about the Bay High baseball tournament. It starts, the golf tournament starts October the 3rd at the Legacy on Back Beach Road. Also, it's at 7 o'clock check-in, 8 o'clock shotgun start. It's catered by Beef O'Brady's for lunch, and there'll be a first and second place, longest drive, hole-in-one opportunity, and closest to the pin. Get in touch with Kim at 872 9358, and also it's on the website, and there's a scan thing that you can scan and sign up. So be sure and get out
Go
there.
support. Coach Hudson does a great job. Bay Baseball. Even if you don't play golf, you can just give a donation.
Right.
Even if it's $20. Just give something.
Every little bit helps.
No doubt about that. All right, let's talk about some of our great, outstanding people. So many of them. We talked about newbies. Talk about Pat Perno, City Commissioner Lynn Haven, Beef Brace, Lynn Haven. Also, don't forget about Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Jason Kovaleski. Listen to him every Tuesday, every Friday, right here. 2 great locations, Pier Park, 23rd Street. Somebody just texted me, where do I get those immune vitamins? Max Fit Sports Nutrition. I just said it. 2 great locations. Come on, Michigan Eddie. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant today. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. Dr. Chad Mitchell, 26 years on Bay County sidelines, one of the first doctors ever to perform robotic surgery. The guy is a legend around here. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Stevenson Air Conditioning, Steve's Bike Shop, and, of course, Vandy Roofing. I love Kyle. Listen to Kyle every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back, 104.3. Hopefully the great Mark McLeod. Lynn Haven.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State.
Woo! Who's the mayor, Lynn?
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hello, this is Jenna.
Hey, Jenna, did you enter a contest to win tickets to watch the Jags play the Texans in Jacksonville this Sunday?
I did.
Well, guess what?
I guess I won.
You are a winner. You're going to go see the Jaguars.
Yay, that's so exciting. How random.
Have a great time at the game, Jenna, and keep listening for your chance to win tickets to see the Jacksonville Jaguars from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Saturday, September 27th, come to the grand opening land sale at the ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. That's right. Get 20 to 50 acres in Baldwin County from just $139.9 with excellent financing available. Ranches at Creekside Preserve features private large acreage tracts with beautiful woodlands, rolling meadows, and a peaceful creek, all surrounded by pristine natural beauty and abundant wildlife. It's your opportunity to live in Baldwin County, Alabama, one of the fastest growing coastal counties in the U.S. due to low taxes and a low cost of living. Don't miss out. Come to the grand opening land sale at the ranches at Creekside Preserve and get your gorgeous 20 to 50 acre estate in desirable Baldwin County on sale from only $139.9. Call 877-888-1415 or go to creeksidepreserveal.com. That's creeksidepreserveal.com.
When you bring your vehicle to Panama City Toyota for repairs or maintenance, you'll get the warmest welcome around.
That's because we see service differently.
It's not only an expert team that can help with everything, from simple adjustments to a new set of tires. It's also a team that values your time, so we make your experience as quick and comfortable as possible. Because we're committed to service that goes beyond. Only at Panama City Toyota.
The Kings of the Swamp.
Ball's loose at the 38. Gators got it. Wow.
Join Sean Kelly and the rest of the broadcast team as they bring you Gator football all season long.
Quick race down the near sideline. 20, 15, 10, the 5. Touchdown, Gators.
On your home for Florida football, the Gator Sports Network from Learfield.
The Florida Gators play here. Listen to select games on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. What's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
When you got 90,000 people all chomping at the same time.
It's the Florida Gator Update with guest Mark McLeod. Insider information you can't get anywhere else. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Let's bring him on right now. Everything you need to know about the Florida Gators, we can get delivered to you right now on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, because the great Mark McLeod. Mark, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, doing well, guys. Good to be on with you.
Great to have you on. We love it when you visit with us. I talked to you I was texting you during the Florida-Miami game, and then I quit. I got mad, quit texting. But anyway, let's talk about that game. We got so much to talk about with Florida right now. But just the game in general. When the defensive lineman got hurt at the end of the ball game, it was over. Miami just runs the ball up the middle. They couldn't stop anything. With the injuries on the defense side of the ball, and the defense has been the strength, in my opinion, for Florida this year. They played outstanding, I think.
Yeah.
What going forward, do we get these guys back with an open date? Then we got Texas. And believe it or not, people think I'm crazy. I think Florida can play with Texas. If the offense can create any kind of offense, any kind of plays downfield throwing the ball, they could beat Texas. The defense has been the problem. Texas is struggling offensively, but what have you heard? What do you know about these injuries on the defensive personnel?
Well, what I'm hearing is it's not good. What I've heard is that Caleb Banks is going to be out for a while. This is not going to be something where he's going to be back for the Texas game. He's going to be back for Texas A&M. This is going to be a bit of an injury, and of course, that's one of your stud defensive tackles. And guys, we talked about this throughout the spring. And, you know, before the transfer portal closed, I told you guys I thought Billy really needed to go get yet another defensive tackle.
I remember.
He brought in Betts. You guys remember he brought in Betts, and I said that's not enough. They really are bleeding at D tackle, and you always suffer injuries at D tackle. You guys are coaches, you know that. And Caleb Banks is out now. Michael Burrow, who as a freshman has started 3 games for Florida, he's out on the nose. So you've got L.J. McCray, who's going to miss the rest of the season. Of course, this is a guy who he's kind of a tweener. They were going to use him at end, but they can and at jack a little bit, but they can also move him at D tackle as they did last year as a true freshman. So, you know, you're down with him. George Gumbs Jr. is the one I don't know anything about. He was obviously hurt in the Miami game and came out. I don't know the length of his injury, but right there, Banks, Burrow, Gumbs Jr., those are 3 starters on your defensive line. And, you know, I mentioned L.J. McCray, Brendan Betts, of course, the knucklehead who spit on the guy in the, USF game, I guess it was. He is also injured. He's nicked up. I don't know the extent of his injury, but right there, that's 5 defensive linemen. I just named 5 defensive linemen alone. And, Coach, you're right. The defense for Florida has carried this team. You know, the Gators have been outscored 32-14 in the second half of the last 3 games.
Wow.
USF, yeah. I mean, you know, USF, LSU, Miami. Yeah. The offense has scored 7 points in the third quarter in those 3 games total. 7 points in the fourth quarter in those 2 games total. This is just, you know, you can't have that. Now you got DJ Lagway in a walking boot. The word is, though, that Dallas Wilson will probably be playing against Texas for the first time this season. But you lost J. Michael Sturdivant. We don't know the extent of his injury at wide receiver. He went out of the Miami game. So, the defense is really banged up. Aaron Gates at nickel is out. He was injured in the Miami game. So we'll see what happens.
Is that the Lagway, is that the same foot? Or do
yes.
Yeah. So, you know, I was watching one of the turning points of the game to me was on 4th down when he threw the pass and the guy didn't go past the first down marker.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yes, you're exactly right. Look, I thought the turning point of the game, guys, was the kickoff. I think Florida probably shouldn't have played that game. For everybody listening, that joke that got off. But anyway, you know.
Well, you know,
but no, you're right.
You just scored a touchdown, and you held them, and now you're moving the ball again. So, you know, I can see him going forward. You had the momentum, but the guy he went 8 yards instead of 10 or whatever it was. But,
Coach, and that happened repeatedly. I went back and I watched that game. When I watched that game again, I saw 3 or 4 plays in the second half alone where a Florida receiver didn't go to the line. Didn't even. You know, we were always taught go a yard beyond the line, or a yard and a half, and come back if you have to. But no, these guys they think they can make the catch and stretch, or make a defender miss. And this is just, it makes no sense whatsoever. You got Billy Gonzalez coaching those guys up. He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to go back to the D-line. Have you heard they got to do something to get some depth? Are they going to move an offensive lineman that maybe can move? They got to put a body out there somewhere. What are they doing? Have you heard? Are they moving people around? What are they going to do up front to solve this problem?
You know, Coach, you and I were texting during the Miami game in the fourth quarter. I told you, I said, oh, my gosh, look out there. You got Joseph Abachu, who's a freshman, defensive tackle, 6'5", 300. You had, what was his name? Was it Jeremiah McLeod, I believe, was out there. He was a freshman. And you had Jaden Woods out there. He was a freshman at one point. And then you had a guy who was a third-team guy who hasn't even played hardly a down for Florida. He was out there as well. So you saw Brian Taylor Jr. out there. You saw different guys out there. And at one point, one play, they had two freshmen, two true freshmen, and a guy who's on a third-team guy out there against Miami in the fourth quarter. And I said, this is not going to work. This is going to be ugly. And yeah, it was already ugly. But I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to have, you just really don't have a lot of guys at the jack or the fox that you can drop down other than L.J. McCray, who's injured.
Yeah.
Do they do that with Kobe Asar? I don't know. He's only 255, 260. I just don't see it happening.
We had a show Monday. We were talking. No, actually, we did it yesterday. We were talking about who was going to get fired first, and some thought it would be Napier, but it was Gundy. His buyout's $15 million. What's the latest on Billy? Have you heard that maybe the next open date, if it goes south, the next two games, that's when they'll pull the trigger, or do you think they let him go through the year? You can't have a record like this in Florida and keep a job. You just can't.
No, you can't. You can't. You're 1-3. You're staring down the gun right now at being 1-5. I mean, you got to be kidding me. And Mississippi State homecoming, that doesn't look right. That looks dicey right now. It's just going to be. He's a dead man walking. In my opinion, he's a dead man walking. He was his own worst enemy by not hiring an offensive coordinator. And you and I, Coach Manley, have talked about this for years. Billy, you got to get an offensive coordinator. Really help you. You do some things good offensively, but you're not a very good or great offensive coordinator. You really need some help there. And he didn't do it.
Yeah. And he is, you know what? He did it to himself, and I don't get it. I just don't get it. And offensively, when they ran the ball in the second half, they did pretty good. It's just, but I'm the most disappointed quarterback. I'm not disappointed in Manning because I listen to Spurrier. Whatever Spurrier says is usually right. But Lagway, I thought he was going to be the best quarterback in the SEC. And what bothers me is body language on the sidelines. I always will look at stuff like that. And there's times this year I looked at it, it looks like he doesn't even care. I know he does, but I'm just saying what I'm thinking. That his body language sometimes like, well, hell, I don't care. Do you think he'll be back in Florida next year? Have you heard anything of his attitude or anything like that?
Well, I know there's a lot of unhappiness there. There's a lot of unhappiness with him. There's unhappiness with several of the families of the Gator football players. I can tell you that, and everybody knows that. They don't even need to say that. But, yeah, there's a lot of unhappiness overall with the program and what's going on the field, And look, with the offense, guys, there are so many times when they should have leaned on that offensive line to try to get the run game going because you have one of the most underrated backs in the nation in Jaden Baugh. And honestly, when you look at that backfield and you see Jacoby Jackson doing what he's doing at 5'10", 220, I mean, he's awfully talented too. I just don't understand. Florida was leaning on the run game with Baugh in the Miami game, having some success, and then all of a sudden they come out the next series and Billy throw, and then we'll try to run the ball on third down. And it just boggles the mind, especially with the struggles Lagway's having.
You go back that South Florida game, they gave that away. You gave that game away. You go into Baton Rouge, the turnovers, They could have won that game. They should have got blown out, but the defense I thought played really well in that game. They could very easily only have one loss right now. And, they're going to make a change. There's no way he can survive this. I
no
don't
way.
see it.
They've been in every game, Coach, and the fourth quarter has killed them.
Yeah.
Well, really the third and fourth quarter, but especially the fourth quarter is absolutely. They get nothing going offensively in the second half. As I said, 2 touchdowns in the last 3 games. That's unacceptable. That is just unacceptable. And look, they had the NCAA consecutive scoring record, by far. And that was in jeopardy against Miami. That's been in jeopardy for 2 games this season. So, it's very frustrating for Florida fans. But Florida fans, you're going to have a new coach. Be it Lane Kiffin or somebody else, you're going to have a new coach.
Well, I also hear the guy in Missouri. So, I tell you, we got to take a break. We'll come back and talk to Mark. The future of I tell you what, Mark, any coach in the SEC going forward with the schedule these guys are having to play, I don't think we're going to ever see more 12-0 and very seldom 11-1, 12-0. These schedules are brutal. They're brutal. All right, we'll be back with Mark McLeod. Right now, let's talk about some of our great people. We've got so many of them. Newbies, Dr. Chad Mitchell, Stevenson Air Condition, Steve's Bike Shop. You're looking for bikes, especially electrical bikes. Steve's got a large selections. They've been in business since 1979. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Vandy Roofing, Turpro Pest Control. Get out to that Cajun place. The specials out there, I already told you about that. But today, you want a great meal if you're on Panama City Beach. It's the legendary J. Michaels. This spaghetti is unbelievable. They only do it on Wednesday. Lunch will be packed out. So will dinner. People love it. But if you want the seafood, they got the best there also. Try the fried shrimp. It's incredible.
That's why we call it biscotti. Best and spaghetti. You put them together and you got biscotti.
Absolutely.
Ingenious.
That's a Kentucky education right there. Also, if you're in Lynn Haven, and we love Lynn Haven, Pat Perno there, the city commissioner, does an incredible job. But his restaurant's second to none. Customer service is unbelievable. TV's everywhere. Today, 10 wings aside for $9.99. You're over there and you want a big party this weekend and go and watch the ball games. Order as many wings you want. Go by and pick them up. Pat will have them ready for you. But better yet, I would eat there at Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. We'll be right back with Mark McLeod, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
Up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Winter Storm Enzo.
And breaking weather as it happens.
Hurricane Helene.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
Rely on it.
Good morning. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. For this afternoon and evening, sunny and a high of 88 with wind 8 to 12 miles per hour out of the south-southwest. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light breeze and warm near 76. Partly sunny and a chance of thunderstorms and 87 tomorrow. 84 and moderate rain and definite thunderstorms with a light breeze Friday. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
The Rich Eisen Show.
A rhetorical question, which means I already know the answer and it does not require an answer.
But we'll give you one.
Yeah, I mean,
I really want to answer.
Yeah. Do you think the Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell were sending a message on Sunday? Do you? Our favorite Bill Burr soundbite.
Oh, do you?
They were sending a message.
Mighty Ducks. Not worth winning if you can't win big.
Rich Eisen weekdays starting at 11. Now on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Give him a call. Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Mark McLeod. Last segment, we're talking, Mark, the future of the SEC with these schedules. We're looking at Florida's 2026, South Carolina, Georgia, and Atlanta. Kentucky, Ole Miss, Vandy, Oklahoma, Auburn, Missouri, Texas. Then throw Florida State in there. And I don't know who the other two opponents are going to be. Mark, in 2028, South Carolina, Georgia, Kentucky, Auburn, Missouri, Texas, Ole Miss, Vandy, Oklahoma. 2027, you got South Carolina, Georgia, Kentucky, Arkansas, LSU. Listen to this one. Arkansas, LSU, Texas A&M, Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi State. 2029, South Carolina, Georgia. That's back in Jacksonville, Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Arkansas, LSU, Texas A&M. And then you add Florida State every single year. So I'm telling you, going forward, if you're a fan, you really got to get yourself conditioned to be more like the NFL. I think going 9-3 in the SEC is going to be a really good year going forward. I really do. I'm not being smart aleck or anything else. If you can win 9 games at these schools playing those types of schedules, you've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And again, still within the SEC with the 9-game schedule, what they released to us yesterday when they sent us the email out was that, look, the SEC teams are required to schedule at least one additional high-quality non-conference opponent from either the ACC, Big Ten, or Big 12, or Notre Dame. So that's where they're at. And look, now you see why, which I was really sad about, because I think the fans love being able to go play, let's say, go play at Colorado, and see a different part of the country, or BYU, or, some of these other schools, even Washington State, Oregon. We had some great matchups with SEC teams, and of course you've seen those fall by the wayside because of the pending schedule, and this is all predicated, guys, behind because the College Football Playoff Committee didn't follow its own rules. And that is add strength of schedule or have strength of schedule as the number one priority. And so that's why you're seeing all of these changes happen. And it's for Florida. I got to tell you, I was disappointed overall. I mean, I think the Florida-Tennessee rivalry, you go back the last 30 years.
Yep.
Goodness gracious. That's one of the most anticipated games of the season in college football. When, both teams have struggled lately. We get that. Tennessee's, although back. But I thought Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky should have been the draw for Florida, the 3 common opponents, the 3 annual opponents. But I knew that wasn't going to happen because of Kentucky. I mean, with Kentucky, their natural rival is Tennessee. So you're not going to give Tennessee, you're not going to give them Alabama, Florida and Vanderbilt, or it just wasn't going to happen. So, it wasn't going to happen.
I just, greed's good, I guess, but I don't know. It's changed up everything in the SEC. Anyway, I want to go back into the coaching. We see the changes at Oklahoma State, Virginia Tech, UCLA. More and more people getting fired quicker. They got one-time transfer deal during the playoffs, which I don't like that. But what do you think? What are you hearing? I know Lane Kiffin would be great. Drinkowitz, I think I said it right, at Missouri, I think he's a good coach.
Yeah.
The guy in Indiana, man, good luck. Look what he's done at Indiana, but now it's the Big Ten. Saban came from the Big Ten. What are you hearing? Who would you like to them to look at as Gruden in the picture? What are you hearing about the future coach at Florida?
Well, from what I'm hearing, the boosters have said money is not an option right now. They're tired. They're tired of running through coaches. They're tired of mediocrity at Florida. And, this time it feels a little different than before Napier. It really does. Feels a little different because I think you still had some of the boosters, just a few, who were still really wanted to hang on to Dan Mullen and give him another opportunity. This feels completely different. And everything I'm hearing is money is not an option. But look, the guys who I would have on my radar, Lane Kiffin, obviously, Eli Drinkwitz, and you look what Drinkwitz did and what Billy Napier has refused to do. Drinkwitz, if you guys remember, he was on the hot seat after his first 3 years at Missouri.
Yeah.
He was 19 and 21. But he ran through 2 offensive coordinators, and then finally he called the plays himself that third year, and it was awful. They were sub 500. So he said, I will hire an offensive coordinator. And he went and got Kirby Moore. And since hiring Kirby Moore, they're 25-5.
Wow.
So he's done a lot of great work there. Obviously, the schedule for Missouri the last 2 years has not been like it has been for some of the other SEC schools.
Yeah.
But he would be very high on my list because he's willing to make changes, and I think he does a really good job. He's also done a great job with quarterbacks that they've had in there. Fran Brown, guys from Syracuse, would be another guy on my list. 13-4, he's the top recruiter in the country. Just does a fabulous job. I think he's a guy that has to be on that list. I think there are several others you could put in there as well. Brian Hartline from Ohio State, and I don't think Florida should do this. You got to get a guy who's a proven head coach.
Yeah,
you got to get a guy who's a proven head coach. And people are going to push back against Fran Brown because he's only been at Syracuse for a couple years. But he was voted the top recruiter in the country when he was at 24/7 Sports when he was over at Georgia. Yeah. So Fran Brown can do it, in my opinion. But Brian Hartline at Ohio State, another guy that's a tremendous recruiter, does a great job with the Ohio State offense, and he's the guy. He's going to get a job sooner or later. It's just where.
What about the Tulane coach? Would you look at him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are 3 or 4 other coaches who I've had on my list that would be worthy of a look. But I think we all know who the top 2 or 3 are, and that's you go back to the year Napier was hired. Napier was up there. There were 2 or 3 other coaches up there, but it wasn't cut and dry. But right now, everybody's beating the drum. Most of the people are beating the drum for Lane Kiffin.
And the thing about it, you have a good offensive mind there. They like offensive football down there. He knows the state of Florida. He's coached at USC when they had their run. He coached at Alabama under national championships. Hey, look what he's done at Ole Miss. But the thing about it, he's got it made at Ole Miss.
There's no buyout. There's no buyout.
Oh, there's no buyout?
Like $4 million? I think it's $4 million.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I bet he gets a raise this year.
Yeah, what's he making? $8 million? I think he's making $8 million at Ole Miss. 8 or 9.
Yeah, I got to believe it's that high. Yeah, I'm trying to recall who on the hierarchy of SECs when I saw that during the summer, but he was up there.
Well, it's going to cost. He can demand it. You're probably talking anywhere from $10 to $13 million a year. You're talking the elite money, and you're saying they'll do it.
They will do it. Look, here's the reality of Billy Napier's failures at Florida. Remember, guys, when he took the job, he told Scott Strickland, we got to get Florida back fast. I need all these additional staff people. Remember this? He's hired like 90 people.
Yeah.
They are paying an unbelievable amount of money to support staff, and we'll see what Kiffin or whoever it is demands on that.
Mark, we'll talk to you next week. Thank you so much for coming on. Love you, brother.
Are you sick of the old sports talk? The vanilla opinions? The polite debates? The hosts who are afraid to say what they really think? So are we. 104.3 ESPN